Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. All right, hold on. All right. Oh my goodness, let's get this party started. Hello, knockouts. Tonya TKO here. And guess who is back? Shark! Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Guess who is back in the States? Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm just trying to get me some water. Hello, everybody. Harajuku Barbie, Sun Kiss. Listen, let me just announce very early on in this video. I am having a meetup in New York City. I'm only going to be in New York for a week. So please catch me while I am here. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Listen. Hey, Riri. Hey, Misha, Roderick, Summer Nights. We are still uploading videos from Nigeria. And so we're going to be uploading those videos for the next week. But I wanted to let you all know, listen, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be back. I'm happy. You know what? I don't even know what to say. We went on an adventure, didn't we? So yeah, there are more videos. Jamaica, Bad Gyal You. You know what? Thank you all so much. It was a life-changing experience for me. I don't know what it was like for you. I don't know if something shifted in you. But so meet and greet. What's going to happen at the meet and greet? All right, so it's actually more than just a meet and greet. If you want to get your ticket, it's on my website. If you go to TonyaTKO.com, TonyaTKO.com, we're going to spend 3 hours sitting down and talking. One of the things that I realized from going to these events with gurus, right, is that you sit there and you get a lecture and other people get to talk, and sometimes you just really want some one-on-one connection. Sometimes you want to talk about what the hell is going on in your life and not just hear about other people or not just hear the topic. So I'm making myself available to be able to just sit down. It's called an intimate talk with Tonya TKO. And I sent it out on my mailing list last week, and one person signed up already. So what will happen is whether one person signs up or 20 people sign up, so this one person for the price of her one ticket will be able to sit there and have a 3-hour conversation. So whether it's one people, 5 persons, one people, I'm tired. It's one people, uno people, one person, uno people. So if it's one person, 5 people, 10 people, I've opened it up for 20 people to be able to come so that we could just sit down and just talk. So Miss Pink Secrets is not able to make it. Oh Lord. I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that, Pink. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. So the tickets are available for you all right now. Go and get those. There is no subject agenda. It's really an opportunity for you to be able to meet me and talk about what's going on in your life and be in a safe space where we hold space for one another and we listen, talk. I offer, if there's the opportunity for me to coach, I coach or I just hold space, give advice, hypnotherapy, whatever it is that's needed. I'm going to play it by ear. I'm not creating an agenda. I'm not creating an agenda for the event. I'm just making myself available. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's going to be February 8th in New York City. The location has already been secured, but I'm only sharing that with people who have signed up. All right. It's going to be in New York City. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Freebird. Thank you. Thank you. So, welcome in, everyone. Welcome. All right. So, there's videos that I need to put up today. I need to finish up the video with Tochuku. And the reason why I'm doing this live video is because I need to, well, first, I wanted to be able to break sequence. Dominique, I feel so close to all of you now. I feel so close to all of you since we've gone on this adventure together. And it's not the only adventure. I'm thinking about ways that I can serve you more. Monica, thank you. I feel different. I definitely feel different. I have been changed. Have I spoke to my chocolate morsel? How funny. Chocolate morsel, he used to write to me every day. I don't really know how much I should say publicly. I don't know how much I should say publicly, but for those of you who know me, you know how I feel about long distance relationships, let alone international long distance. So I wasn't interested in maintaining that energy once after actually after leaving Ghana. I wasn't I wasn't interested in maintaining that energy once I left Ghana because do you all want me to be really honest with you, or you want me to just keep it cute? Should I be real honest, or should I keep it cute? Let me know. Put up one for honesty, two for keep it cute, three for none of we business. One for honest, two for cute, three for none of we business. Goodness. Oh, goodness. Nobody's voting three. Everybody's voting one. Not even a two. All right. So I'll say this, I am grown enough to be able to appreciate a situation in that moment and allow that situation to be beautiful in that moment and be able to create a shift and allow that moment to be what it is that it was. You know what I mean? It was a wonderful moment with an amazing person. However, I have to be realistic and I got to be honest. If you don't see how people live, where them does live, who them does live with, and why them does live this way, it's like you can really only take a person at face value and what it is that you see in that moment. And what it is that we had in that moment, was it beautiful? Yes. Was it special? Yes. Was it amazing and wonderful and enjoyable? Yes, it was all of those things. And it was enough for that moment in time. Was it enough to maintain a long distance, long term connection? Am I willing to invest the eggs in my basket in a situation where I was not able to peer or look past the curtain? Am I willing to invest of myself in a situation where there are many unknown variables? So I accept him for who it is that he was in that moment. And I loved and appreciated everything that we experienced in those moments. However, yeah, so thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. And I hope that if there's one thing that you all learn from my videos in terms of living and navigating and men, etc., I hope one thing that you learned is that, how do I put this? Just because someone is handsome, that, like, first of all, there are many arrays of different handsome. There's short and stocky handsome. There's dark chocolate handsome. There's light caramel handsome. There's muscular tall handsome. There's muscular tall young handsome. There's average height, intelligent Trump liker handsome. There's many different types of handsome. And you don't owe your loyalty, your commitment, you don't owe your time or favor, you don't owe your sex or sexuality to people just because they're a good catch, just because they're handsome, just because they're nice to you, just because they smile at you or spend money on you. You don't owe them any more than the reciprocal energy the energy that you feel comfortable reciprocating. And that's it. And that's it. And when it was time to shift, we shifted completely. And we were in the moment. So like there were some people who were like, oh, how dare you call so many people morsels? I called two men morsels. They were morsely. They were morsely. However, when I'm with you in this moment, I'm with you. I'm with you in this moment. And I'm going to be fully in this moment. You know, there's so many people who criticize a woman's biological clock. And they're like, oh, you have the crappy end of the stick because you have a biological clock. But no, this biological clock is a godsend because it really makes you focus and it makes you super and hyper focused on what's really important. And I don't have 2 and 3 years to sit around pining, picking flowers, picking petals off of flowers, talking about you love me not. Me they love you, me they love you not. And I don't have the time to be sitting around with my Bambi eyes batting into the air, rolling around talking about Dear Diary. I don't have the capacity for that. It's like either ah let me quote let me see how many of you can get this quote. How does I want to get the quote right. Okay, how you know what, I'm just going to say the quote how I remember it, and you tell me who the author or penner of this quote is. You see, the thing about the truth, either it is or it isn't. You see, the truth, it needs no proof. Either it is or it isn't. Please give me the author of that. First person with as who gives the credit gets the shout out. Crystal Rawls is the first person who came out. You get your shout out. Here comes Janice. Talk about Maya Angelou. No, Crystal Rawls, that is India Irie. It's India Irie. She said that quote. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's like we gotta just stand in truth. We have to stand in truth. And when it comes to us as women, you know, there's so many, I thank you all for the welcome back. There's so many of us as women, and our family members make it seem like we are up for bargain. Like so many of our family members sell us and sell us out from the time that we're very young. And they make it known that you are up for bargain and you need to use what it is that you got to manipulate some man into being with you or staying with you. And so they're like, oh, you better use your youth. Oh, you better use you better use your virginities. Oh, you better use that smooth skins and that long hairs. And you best to use them poker bosoms and you use that pretty face. And you find somebody who's gonna be willing to tolerate you. Right? And they're like, just yo, that man nice to you. You go off with that man. You know, and it's like far too many of our family members don't consider what's right for you, what's right for us. What is it that Ashley wants? What does Pinky want? What does Ivana want? What do you want deep in your heart? Kayla, what does Kayla want? What's going to be a good fit for her? What is Dolpha going to want? Monica? How does Monica want to wake up in the morning? How does Monica want to live? How do you envision your life? What type of person do you see yourself with? What type of person do you see yourself as? And I think that for far too many of us, we are just sold out. First man that comes bidding, girl, save your pussy. Telling you this at 9 years old, that your pussy is not your own. It belongs to the bidder who comes, who shows you favor. from the times that your body starts budding. Listen, listen to me. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. All right. This is what I'm saying. So I think it takes really getting to know yourself and understanding yourself and and vibrating at such a frequency that you attract what's right for you, and doing the work on yourself on the inside so that you're available for when that comes to you, and that you are available to understand that what it is that you're seeing back is a reflection of what's happening inside of you. So nonetheless, I don't want to stay on here very long. Oh yes, 222. Look at that. Yeah. LaRon, welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So listen, all of my New Yorkers, all of my people, um, listen, here we go. We don't have the time for foolishness. All right. All right. So self has been discussing that. I don't want to stay on for long because there's a lot of work that I still have to do today. Um, I have to finish up this video. There's a lot of stuff I have to get ready for this meetup that we're having next week. So Ashley, it's in New York City. It's in New York City. Listen, Renee is saying long distance relationships make you wait too long and end up being a waste of time. You know what? This is my personal belief. You know what the thing about it is? There's a lot of people who Chris was on the African Ninja Warrior course. Lord of mercy. That was a day, wasn't it? So listen, there's a lot of people who have fears of commitments. So Ashley's in the Bronx and is coming. Yay. So basically, the meetup is we're spending 3 hours having intimate conversations where you get to tell me what's going on in your life and we get to hold space for one another. So as of right now, there's one person who is signed up. So whether it's one person or three persons, 5 or 10, I've opened it up. My spirit told me open it up for 20. And I've just created it so that we can sit down in a room, hold space for each other, and just have an intimate conversation. And just tell me what's going on in your life, and we can talk about what's happening to you personally. You know, because far too many of us gurus, we have these events and people get a chance to talk. There's people there who are holding on to secrets and holding on to trauma and drama that they never get a chance to talk about, and they leave the relationship, they leave the situation just not really having their needs met. So if you go to TonyaTKO.com and you just scroll down, it's right there. TonyaTKO.com, scroll down, it's right there on the page. It says an intimate talk with Tonya TKO, and it's coming up in 6 days, 7 hours, and something other. It should say 7 days because it should be February 8th. It should be a week from today. So, but the countdown is on. It's going to be next Sunday. Or is it next Saturday? Hold on. February 8th is a Saturday or Sunday? Oh, man. I don't know. But when you said that, I said to myself, I literally need this in my life. Thanks for doing this. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So it's a Saturday. So we're talking about next Saturday. Oh, for some reason, I thought I scheduled it for the Sunday. I thought it was a week from today. Damn it. All right. All right. Because now I'm like, okay, because I was already just energetically ready for just like a real cool, easy Sunday afternoon. The 8th is a Saturday. Okay. All right. All right. So let me ask you all, which day do you prefer it on, a Saturday or a Sunday? Let me ask you that. Which day do you prefer, Saturday or Sunday? Ashley, since you're interested in going, let me know. You prefer a Saturday or a Sunday? Cause okay, so I think I'm gonna change it to the Sunday because I for some reason I thought when I scheduled it. But you know, it's like so much going on. All right. Yolanda, are you coming? If you're not in New York and you can't come, there's no need to answer. Okay. So the person, okay, so wonderful. So wonderful. Okay, wonderful. So we're gonna change it to Sunday then. We're gonna do the ninth. So I need to okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Jungle Beat says Saturday, but most people are saying Sunday, and I was interested in a Sunday, just really just like a real cool Sunday afternoon, just chilling and just spending time with each other. So go, you know what? Go ahead and sign up. Um, and once you sign up, I'm gonna send you. There's somebody in the audience here who has signed up, and I sent her an email and asking her what was on her spirit to talk about, but she never responded to that email. And I'm looking right at you. So go ahead and respond to that email. That way I can have an idea when we're walking in what we're the direction and the focus and the space that's being held. All right. And if you don't know, you can also respond back and say that you don't know. But I'm going to send you a personal email after you sign up. So it is going to be next week, Sunday, February 9th. I'm going to change the title of the video because it is going to be next Sunday. And we're just going to get a chance to just hang out, talk, wear comfortable clothes. You see me, you know me. I put on comfortable clothes and just prepare for just a time to just sit down and just gather in a circle and have intimate conversations about anything that's on your heart and mind. And what we discuss in that room stays in that room. Will it be live? It will not be on. When I do my in-person events, we talk about some very personal things. This is not for the general public. The reason we do these events is to be able to have hold this space and have the privacy among us in this room so that we can use that as an opportunity to talk about some deep, intimate stuff that's going on inside of us. You know, so we talk about our men issues, we talk about financial stuff, we talk about family issues, we talk about past traumas, we talk about a lot of different things. And then at the end, we wrap it up with hypnotherapeutic messaging or breathing and centering or releasing. But at the end, there is a resolution to what it is that we discuss and go through during the 3 hours together. So, all right. All right. So any other questions before I jump out of here? I had an amazing time in West Africa. It opened up so much information and knowledge, and just it was an amazing time. It was an amazing time. So thank you everyone. Thank you. I still got this glow, this from the African sun. My skin is still kissed. And since we're coming upon the end of this video, I'm just going to whisper this very quietly at the end, just to kind of put it out there. I didn't want to put it out there yet until we were able to, start moving forward. I'm just going to whisper this for the people who are on here left at the end of the video. All right. So I am going to create a matchmaking service. That's my next project. Next project is a matchmaking service where we are able to create connections between African American women and African men. That's my next project. So I'm just putting that out there so that you all know. you know? I'm just putting that out there so that you know and you can start getting prepared. You know, one thing I would love for you to do for the people who have heard me and who are interested, right? For the people who have heard me and who are interested, um, send me an email with any questions that you have. That way, when I when it's time when it's time to okay, when it's time for me to announce it, so that I'm able to answer any questions, do a FAQ. So if you have questions, my email address is in the body of this email. Just click down into the description and take a look at that. Take and ask any questions that you have. So the site is not created yet. It's going to be more of a personalized matchmaking where I'm going to talk with you. I'm going to actually meet the guys before they're able to sign up into the service and question them, question them and be able to see and know that whoever's signing up is really who is signing up. So anyone who signs up into the service, there's no catfishing. So this is not it's not like just a dating website where you just start clicking and all of that. This is more of Jamaica is so funny. So Kefra, thank you, thank you, thank you, Mark, thank you, thank you. Mark, weren't you one of those ones that was kind of talking some stuff in my comments? Were you the one talking some junk? You're the Ghanaian guy, right? Or are you the Nigerian guy? I know you're one of them because I know that I've seen your name involved in some long comments. So, mhm. All right. So listen, stay tuned. So Chantel, no, polygamy is not involved. So this is a service for single and unattached men. Single, unattached men, not men who are married back home. So the service is actually going to involve me going back over to actually do private investigatory work and just make sure that people are who they say they are and that, you know. All right. So this is what that's what the project is. That's what the project is. So let me just see let me just get a sense for let me get a sense for who is interested. If this is something that you're interested in, um, and we're talking about men who are on the motherland. That's what we're talking about, men who are there, importing or exporting you. So if you're interested in something like that, put up a 3. If you're interested, put up a 3. And then I'll get a sense for what we're looking at. All right. Okay. So we have 1-3 from Stacy. All right. And Talisha says Valencia K winning. Chantal May. So we have, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Ray, yes, tell him about that. So, there are going to be, so Kimberly, there are going to be some people who are green card seekers, of course. There are going to be some people who are green card seekers. And that's what the weeding out process and really having open conversations and using our intuition and speaking about that. You know, Kavita is funny. Kavita is funny. All right. So, Crystal got used for money. Why did you send anyone money? Why would you send anyone money? So listen, I'll say this, right? Um, is wanting a green card So, you know what? I'm thinking about two different factions of it. So I'm thinking about a faction where the men are over there. I'm also thinking about a faction of African American men who are in the United States. Um, so that's why I would need for you to all to ask me your questions. So yes, of course, of course, of course. So yes, it really depends. So, okay, so let's talk about the green card situation. If a person is only interested in a green card, if a person is only interested in a green card, that's problematic. If a person is interested in creating a life and a family and becoming an expatriate, and the person is sincerely interested in a relationship, interested in love, interested in marriage, that's a completely different situation, you know? Okay. So, uh, okay. Okay. All right. So I hope we're on the same page with that. I hope we're on the same page with that. When my father met my mother, my father did not have a green card, you know, so I'm not against intercultural relationships because they can turn out fine. I don't think it's a good idea to ignore red flags. I don't think it's a good idea to ignore red flags. And so yeah, so there needs to be an interest in you either moving over there or you having him move here. So I'm still thinking of the logistics. So is Ivana in the house? Hey, Ivana. So I'll say this, right? So like I said, when my father met my mother, he didn't have a green card. My father met my mother when he was an illegal alien, and they married, had three children, and my father served in the US military. And so after my father became a citizen, he served in the US military, and he's dedicated his life to creating a life in this country. And even after my mother died, he took care of us. So I do believe that it is possible. I do believe that it's possible to be able to find intercultural. I do believe that it's possible. I believe that. And you know what? I'm going to tell you all this in the next video, right? Because I'm doing a voiceover, not a voiceover, I'm doing a vlog at the end of this upcoming video. I do believe that when you meet a person who touches your spirit, you meet a person who touches your spirit. There's some people who are just meant to meet. Like me and that Trump supporter, Tochuku, we were meant to meet. And so it's like there you have soul family all over this world. You know what I mean? Me and Chibuike, it was meant for us to meet. You know, I was I so it's crazy because I was and I'll say this here since we're coming upon the end of this trip of this whole adventure of this video, sorry. I was supposed to check into a different hotel because I met Chibuike at my hotel. I did approach Chibuike. I said something to him first, and then we just started conversing, and we've just been cool ever since. And when people look at the footage of the the African Ninja course, right? It's like people wonder what would that have been like if he had gone there by himself because I wasn't even going to go there. He was going to go there, and then we met, and then we decided to go together. But what would his day have been like if we weren't there with him? You know, there's some people who are just meant to interact, and you don't know where yours is. Will there be some people in the service who think that they can get over, and they're like, oh, this now's my chance. I'll say two different things, right? There's some people who are going to be like, oh, now's my chance, right? And those people can get weeded out by your intuition. And then there's other people that your spirit just takes to them. Like, we'll talk about this in the next video. I don't want to talk about it too much here, but that guy who is the Trump supporter, my spirit just took to him. And I'm sure that you all even saw in the footage that there was a connection, even from just meeting, just from the very first moment that we met. There was a connection that existed between us instantaneously. And there's some people who you were just meant to interact with. Like, your soul is not relegated to just the United States. You know, your soul is not relegated to just, let me just say this. There's 100 million men in Nigeria and only 90 million women. That leaves that leaves a 10 million male surplus. You know, so it's not like we're taking anything away from people. What we're doing is we're creating an opportunity for you to meet a person that your spirit may take to. Don't do anything with anybody who your spirit doesn't like. You don't have like a spiritual connect. Like, you can make some really good friends. So like I was saying, it's true. You can make some really good friends. You can make a really good connection. You can meet a person who would introduce you to another person who is the one for you. We really don't know, right? But what it is doing is it's opening up an avenue for you to be able to broaden the pond from which you fish. You know what I mean? Broaden the pond from which you fish. And for those of you who see me and you respect me and you trust my intuition, you allow me to vet people for you and weed people out. As you know, I'm a very tough judge. You know, I come from an intuitive family where my mother and my mother's mother and her mother before her were intuitive women. And so using that intuition to be able to vet each person, right? The African glow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You see it, right? It's there. It's there. All right. So there's two different things. There's going to be some men who are only interested in green cards. And there are going to be other men, those people need to get weeded out. And there are going to be other men who are doing very well. There's going to be men who are doing very well, and there's going to be men who are doing okay, right? However, just like the pond, how you all can broaden your pond, there are some men who have the ambition and who have the drive and determination in Africa. However, they need a larger pond with a different currency to really be able to thrive. You know what I mean? So if you meet a person and your spirit takes to them and you all have a genuine connection, right? And this person, you want to either expatriate over there or he wants to come here and be in a broader pond. I think that this could be a revolutionary shift, right? I think that this could be a revolutionary shift for this country if we can. You know how Donald Trump he's against immigration, he's against talent coming in from other countries. Talent exists everywhere. Like this gentleman Tochukwu, he's brilliant. When I say brilliant, I mean really, really brilliant. Like the way that, like, he's confused about this Trump thing. Trump could do whatever it is that he thinks that he's doing with this ban, but it'll be all right. There's ways. He's let me see. You all are crazy. I never want to stay on here long, and you all always rope me in. You rope me in. Sunflower is saying, I'm okay with someone who needs a green card if they got that green cash. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, and so Tassie is saying, I know a lot of African American women who were deceived and played. You know what? I'll tell you this, right? I know no one on this earth that was deceited and played, not anyone, right? Not anyone. Um, we all have intuition, and with women, I'm all right. And with women, the intuitive center of our brains are larger than that of men. So, do you know a woman who really got played? There's some people who want to believe lies. They don't want to believe the truth. And there are people who want to feel pain. There are people who want to be like, oh, I knew it wouldn't work. I told you so. My life is so miserable, this, that, and the other. And they avoid red flags. And then also, this is not going to be a situation where you are just thrown out into the wilderness. I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. This is not just a toss you out to the wolves. You know, we're going to, first of all, these men are going to be pre vetted. That's first. They're going to be pre vetted. Second, we're going to, I'm going to be involved in this situation. So if they go fool, listen, I was speaking with this guy, this gentleman who was like, um, this is what he told me, right? Because I called him out on something, and this is what he told me, right? He told me, he was like, listen, he was like, because I called him out on some nonsense that he had done, and he was like, listen, if I wanted to trick you or play you or whatever, he was like, I could have done that and you would have not known anything about it. And I was like, listen, dear. He was like, listen, if you can trick me, I was like, if you can trick me, then you deserve whatever it is that you get. If you can trick me, I said, I look at, listen, if you could trick Tonya, then you deserve whatever it is that you get, baby. Because that's going to have to be one hell of a hustle. You're going to have to be so intricate and you're going to have to be able to get past my guides, my guardian angels, my intuition. Please. You're going to do all of that? Please. Okay. I was like, okay, then you would have deserved whatever. If you could trick me. So I implore all of you ladies out there, like somebody said, some people are addicted to dysfunction, and it's true. It's true. Some people are addicted. Not only are they addicted to dysfunction, wait. Crystal is saying, sending him money boosted my credit to buy a new car, and now I'm traveling. I listen. I think that we have to, as women, I think that we have to take responsibility and really stop. You know what? There's so many of us. There's so many of us. Listen, Crystal, I don't know what's going on with you. Listen. There's so many of us who want to pretend as if somebody did something to us because we want to absolve ourselves of responsibility. Oh, he did this to me, right? Do you ever look at people's eyes to tell you things about them? Of course. You know what? So listen, let me say this. Let me say this, right? So there are people, so one person actually commented on my video, right? Hey Indigo. One person commented on my video and she was like, "Oh, Tonya, I see you giving compliments to all of these men, but I never see them giving compliments to you, this, that, and the other." And the first thing I thought to myself was, first of all, you don't know what exists when the camera is off. And then second of all, the type of woman that I am, I do not need, I'm not that, I don't need compliments. I don't need the audible. I don't need you to tell me. I don't even need you to apologize to me. I don't know. Listen, I told you all that even when we dealt with the seamstress. I don't need apologies. I don't need compliments. I don't need any of those things. What I need are actions. Because a person could sit up there and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I took out the seam and not lengthened it," right? But in the grand scheme of things, how does that affect your future behavior? So to me, I feel like the best apology is change behavior. So I don't need apologies. I don't need oh, a whole bunch of flowery words. I don't need that. I need to see action. When it's time to pull that wallet out, does the wallet come out? Stop being ignorant. I'm being ignorant now. But I'm not even joking. I'm joking and not joking at the same time. When it's time to treat me well, am I being treated well? Are you making time for me? Are you creating space for me? Do I trust you? Am I feeling respected and honored in this situation? Because you could compliment me all the live long day. You could compliment me all the live long day. But when all is said and done, am I flourishing in this relationship? Am I? Because one of the things that us women, we get all caught up in these words. And he's over there telling you about how you the sun, the moon, and the stars. And then when, Lord, that sounded so New York, the stars. You're the sun, the moon, and the stars. So listen, you all of that. But when all is said and done, you can't rely on him. Is his word his bond? Can you trust the brother? Does he have integrity? Does your spirit take to him? Are your guides and guardian angels all right with this relationship? You standing up there being told how pretty you is and how big your bum bum is and all this other stuff, and you so this, that, and the other girl. But when all is said and done, how does this relationship nourish you? As a woman, do you feel taken care of? Do you feel safe? You know? And so no, you could miss me with all of that. Oh, this. I don't need that. I do not need it. I don't need it. What I need is actions, mother effer, actions. That's it. That's it. Hey Zama, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I need actions. Ray is talking about pulling out the wallet is a good compliment. Listen, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So yeah, so that's my thing, right? You really have to listen to your intuition. And the women who go through this journey with me, we're going to be doing coaching on we're gonna be in a group together. So we're gonna be in a group together and we're gonna get coached on the dating process and listening to our intuition and bolstering our self-love and talking about the situation that's going on in our matchmaking process, etc. So it'll not only make things better for you in the matchmaking process, it'll make things better for you in life overall. All right, so listen, send me whatever questions that you have. I don't like to be on here more than an hour, and we're already at 47 minutes. So fire out your questions real quick because I need to get breakfast. Oh, I need to finish editing this video. Lord, now I don't feel like it. I'm tired now. I'm tired. I'm tired. All right. Ivana, you're such a sweetie pie. All right. So Nigeria is one country. Yes, Nigeria is one country. However, there are many countries. See, the thing about us African Americans is we we come from many different ports in West Africa. So what it is that we're going to be attracted to are going to be from many different countries. So we have the Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, we have Nigeria, we have Ghana, we have Kenya, we have Senegal, we have Benin, Togo, we have a lot of different countries, and each country is at a different stage developmentally. So like a country like Ghana, like Accra, I'm sure there are many of you who can see yourself moving to Accra. There are many Black Americans who are moving to Accra right now, and that could be a great test right there too. Is this person willing for you to move there and them never come here? How funny, how funny, how funny. All right, so will it be online or meet and greet or both? So it's going to be what it is that I'm envisioning. So I'm at the early stages of this. So you all giving me your questions is really good because it helps me be able to fine tune what it is that I'm seeing. So what it is that I'm seeing is I'm seeing it as being online and in organizing a trip, for like a girls trip, for us to go over and go out on our dates and go on our adventures, and do our African Ninja Warrior courses, go to the castle. And what I envision is us staying in a big house together, right? Staying in a big house and going out on dates, coming back, discussing our dates, you and your date and I sitting down and having conversations, and facilitating the matchmaking process and helping you narrow down. So I envisioned, 3 matches per woman, at least 3 matches, so that when you go over, you are able to narrow down who is a good fit for you. But first and foremost, I guess the first question is, are you willing to move over there? Are you willing to have him move here? And do you have time? Do you work a job that you can work remotely and be able to make money while you're in a different country? Would you need to move over there and need to find a job there? So spiritual top 3 places to move. In Africa, I don't know, because I've only been to 2 West African countries. I've been to 3 African countries overall, but this is what I'm saying. I need to get back out on the road. So what I'm going to do is, that's why I'm happy I'm doing this meetup in New York. So I do this meetup in New York. I go back to California. I'm going to spend, so for me in Cali, I need to go have my fibroid surgery. I'm just going to be honest about that. I need to go have my fibroid surgery. So I'm going to spend a month in the OC. The OC is Orange County. I'm going to drive my trailer to Orange County, spend a month over there, have my surgery, heal up. And then after that, because I'm sure you all have seen that my stomach has gotten, like my abdomen is so huge now. Like I'm looking pregnant again. I need to get these things taken out, get my uterus prepared for my little munchkin to come out. And so I need to do that. And then after that, I'm going to get back on the road and then start going. What I would love to do is I'd love to be able to get some press, right? Thank you, Ivana. I appreciate that. I would love to be able to get some press so that when I'm coming to these countries, I can already have like a bunch of people lined up to go through the vetting process, right? All right. Thank you, Virgilin. All right. So this is so that's what I'm going to do. And then I don't like my videos to be longer than an hour. So we're going to be getting out of here within the next few minutes. Okay, so South Africa. Oh, you know what? I heard South Africa was great. Okay. So in terms of yeah, so you know what? That's true. I will need help in the house. So what I'm doing right now for the pool of men is personal referrals, because people are all about their connections. There's no people coming in off of the streets. You know what I mean? There are people who are recommending. So like Chibuike has single friends, and the different people that I've met have single friends. And so listen, if a man recommends a single man into this service, and it turns out this mofo ain't single, there's going to be a responsibility on the person who referred him. So no persons off of the streets and all of that, right? Not as of yet, right? So one of the things that I would, but then that so there's two different things. Listen, two different things that creates a personal accountability, a web, so that each person knows somebody, and these people are pre-vetted by their own friends. So that's one, right? And so two, right? Um, that also creates a smaller pool. So will there be, first of all, each person is going to get investigated. That's just the simple fact of the matter. And each person is going to be photographed without all them damn filters and angles to make them look a way that's different than how they look. You know what I'm saying? But you have to also remember that I am new to this, right? So we are going to have to kind of go on the learning curve together. You know what I mean? Also, yes, yes, yes. So with the women, right? In terms of the women's pictures, the so you can so like with the women, all right, you can upload the photos that you think are whatever is whatever, right? However, we're going to need to get on live camera and have that photo taken from what it is that I see with my own eyes. Oh, we're going to have that photo taken from what it is that we see with our own eyes, because listen, you can only hide but for so long. You can only hide but for so long. You could only hide the truth. You know what I mean? You're not you look, whether it was 20 pounds or 20 years ago, you could only hide the truth. But for so long, the truth is gonna come. You're not gonna come out on this trip talking about, it's me, Sarah. Don't you recognize it's me? I'm like, no, 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 baby, no. Exactly. You stand back and let's get this photo taken. You ain't gonna be like, oh, it's me. Don't just imagine this and some rabbit ears. No, 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 no. Ain't none of that. None of that. And no, just imagine it's me, with I had the little nose on and the puppy ears. No, 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 no. Because for our own safety, we're gonna need to know who's in the house with us. You know what I'm saying? You no, mm-mm, mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. And you know what? As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do this too. Let's do this too, because I'm all about the real. Let's wipe the eyebrows and let's wipe it all off and just come up with a natural fresh face picture. Let's wipe it all off. That could be one of the requirements for the women too. Listen, wipe this all off. Wipe it. Look, because even I didn't put that. I had no eyebrows. And so if you need some months of some vitamin E from me so that we can get that skin looking good, let's do that. But we're not going to be promoting a lifestyle that we're not. Listen, or do those eyelashes, whatever you go to the pool with. Whatever you go to the pool with, listen, we have to learn to love ourselves as we are. And we have to stop these tricks where we are promoting a health regimen, a lifestyle, a person that doesn't exist. We have to love ourselves enough. Where do I sell my You know what? Actually, it's almost time for a vitamin E run. Will I go to different countries like Ecuador, Chile? No, no. I'm actually only concentrating on the motherland, West Africa. But if that's a market that you're interested in, it could be a business opportunity for you. You know? Okay, so Shark is saying that she puts on makeup when she chooses. Exactly. So, all right, so we're coming upon 1 minute left because we're not going over the hour mark. So I appreciate all of you coming out. I appreciate all of you coming out. So like, listen, if you want the men to have their jobs verified and their financial situation verified, let's put it all out on the goddamn table. Let's no jokes, no games. Let's know what it is that you make each month. Let's know how tall you really are. Let's know how much you really weigh, where you really live. If you want to know all of that real information about a person, let's see what you really look like. Let's see how tall you really are. Let's see how much you really weigh. Let's see where you work. Let's see what your financial situation is like. And let's really, really, really get to know ourselves and be real with who it is that we really are, so that we can present a real so that we can present the real out there. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. I'm very serious. Oh, we coming upon 10 seconds. All right, I love you all. I will see you all in the next video. If you have any other questions, you can just leave the questions below, because you know we're not going over. Bye.